Guru. INFJ stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. INFJ is one of the 16 personality types identified by the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, and they're usually reserved but highly sensitive to how others feel. Today, we're going to take a look at the things you should never say to an INFJ. We all know that there are so many different ways to measure personality, and each one claims to offer its own unique insight into what makes us tick. When it comes to interacting with others, INFJs can be warm and friendly. They are generally well liked by the people who are lucky enough to know them, but sometimes they can also be too distant and analytical, retreating into themselves more often than not. Those people who are identified as INFJs are said to be deeply complicated and highly sensitive individuals. And because of that, it might sometimes be hard to figure out right things to say. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. 1. No one will ever understand you. INFJs have a sixth sense, and with that, they tend to be always alert, so making friends might be difficult for them to do. With that being said, INFJs often give up trying to explain their ability, or they don't ever try at all, because they know how unusual it sounds. So this leaves the INFJs feeling isolated and misunderstood. All that said, you may not want to add to their growing insecurities during a moment of frustration. Most of the time, INFJs tend to feel misunderstood, but being told that the hope of being understood is out of reach or impossible can be an incredible depressing realization. 2. You're so boring. You should really get out more. INFJs are sometimes called the extroverted introverts. They get this nickname because sometimes they can be passionate, enthusiastic, and talkative when they're hanging out with the people they enjoy. But they also need a lot of downtimes. Your INFJ probably won't be club hopping every night, but they'll guarantee a great time when you do get them out of the house. You'll just have to take them or leave them. INFJs take life seriously and have difficulty just living it up at the moment. Typologist AJ Trent says of INFJs, because he perceives the world so differently and profoundly, INFJs often experience a sense of loneliness and isolation, even when they are with other people. Depression may also arise from the feeling that their ideas and insights are not being recognized or actualized in the world. They may see the world as deaf to or unconcerned with the truth they espouse. INFJs may therefore question their value in a world that seems indifferent to their insights. 3. Calm down. According to research, if they're reacting to something, the last thing you want to do is make them feel like they're being irrational by dismissing their emotions. When INFJs are hurt or offended during moments of conflict, they need time to heal and think through their next steps. The best thing to do is to allow your INFJ the space they need to process their emotions. It'll be better for everyone involved. 4. You make it difficult to love you. Let's be honest. With personality traits like the INFJs, it's very likely that the INFJ in your life has been called too weird at least a time or two. INFJs can indeed be very strange people. Although they often come across as warm and engaging, they find it difficult to let their guard down and let people in. They're not quick to share personal details out of the fear that the person they're investing in might not stick around. But this doesn't mean they're cold or hard to love. It just means they're a little cautious. 5. You're just not trying hard enough. INFJs are all but defined by their pursuit of perfection. And while this can be beneficial in many ways, it can also come across as not doing enough. Because an INFJ needs everything to be just right. They might not be producing a lot of work, so for an INFJ, it's quality over quantity. INFJs are major perfectionists and generally try hard at just about everything. What are they not trying hard enough to do? Is it really important? Could there be a better way of encouraging them? Probably. 6. I'm fine. If you're someone who is going through a breakup or dealing with something you'd rather not talk about, with something in the INFJ in your life, it's best to be direct about that. Personality profiler Antonia Dodge told Introvert that she believes INFJs are empaths and possess the unique ability to take on other people's emotions. So, if you say you're okay when you aren't, they'll probably know. According to Dodge, the ability to unconsciously absorb other people's emotions with little information to go on, how is that not a superpower? 7. You're doing too much. Most INFJs always need to have a cause. They're the kind of people who is always trying to help something or someone, whether it's their roommate's cat that got stuck in the tree or the neighborhood bad boy who they're convinced just needs to be loved. So, to give you an idea of the kind of person you might be dealing with, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, and Martin Luther King Jr. were all INFJs. If it's broken, they're going to try to fix it, even at their own expense. Chances are they'll interpret your comment as you belittling their passion. Just let them be. 8. I or someone else had it worse. Has someone ever downplayed your issues by bringing up someone else's? An INFJ is acutely aware of how others people feel, absorbing their emotions like a sponge, but they are not exempt from feeling down in the dumps as well. So if someone tells the INFJ that there is more pressing concern that someone else is feeling, it would feel that the INFJ's feelings are dismissed altogether. Instead of looking for a cop out or trying to divert the attention away from an INFJ's feelings, helping them by consoling or supporting them through their problem would be probably vastly more appreciated. 9. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. By itself, an INFJ absolutely hates letting people down, and being told that they've under-delivered on a promise can sting hard. So, if the other party goes beyond and verbalize it by saying, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, the INFJ would feel it pierce their heart even more. This would rile up sorts of negative emotion and push an INFJ to inaction and doubtfulness. So if you want your INFJ to feel at peace and productive, practicing kindness and patience as you provide constructive criticisms could go a long way. 10. You need my advice. When feeling down, an INFJ is not looking for their problem to be fixed. While it is the default for a thinker, types to approach emotions like the jigsaw puzzle, an INFJ may have already INFJs spend some time coming up with solutions in the first place and would rather have someone listen to their qualms. Unless you're coming from the lens of an expert, chances are an INFJ just wants to voice off their worries and problems without judgment. That's it from us. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. See you in the next video!